Hi, everyone. It's Miss Hakvari in the library talking to you about some books for our Friday advisory activity today. So, with October arriving, it's a great time to read something scary or suspenseful. So, I've got some books that I think will keep you awake and turning the pages. The first book I wanted to talk to you about is from our supernatural section. Actually, both books on this slide are from our supernatural section, and those are books that deal with ghosts, scary stories, hauntings, creatures like vampires, werewolves, zombies, that sort of thing. And in this first book, Seraphina and the Black Cloak, Seraphina lives with her father on a huge estate. And so, an estate is a big mansion set on a lot of land. It's usually a place where the owners are very wealthy. And so her father is a maintenance worker there. But no one else in the house knows that Serafina lives there. Her life is secret. She sleeps in the basement. She only goes out when everyone else in the house is asleep. But she's gotten pretty good at sort of sneaking around, creeping around, and she hears things. She knows secret passages, hiding spots. And one night when she's out, sort of snooping around, she encounters this man, or at least something that looks like a man in a black cloak, and he grabs her and tries to take her away. And he's super strong and she's terrified. She somehow manages to escape. But the next day, she learns that someone else, another girl in the house, has gone missing. And one by one, other children in the house or in the area go missing. And Serafina knows that it's the man in the black cloak. She's the only one that can solve this mystery, but she'll have to face the man in the black cloak and survive in order to do that. In this second book, The Haunting of Sunshine Girl, the main character, her name is Sunshine, and she moves with her mother from Austin, Texas, which is really sunny and warm, to a rainy town in Washington state. And from the time they move into their new house, Sunshine can tell something is not right, something is off, something is creepy. On their first night in their new house, she wakes up to the sound of footsteps above her and a child's ghostly laughter. But she knows that she and her mom are the only ones in the house. In the following days, more and more things happen, and they're frightening, more and more frightening all the time. But Sunshine's mother not only doesn't believe her, but she doesn't notice anything that's wrong. Sunshine decides she's going to take photos to catch whatever evidence she can of what's haunting their house. And as the spirits go stranger and stranger, she realizes that her mom is in terrible danger, and learning about her own past may be the only way to save them both. In addition to our supernatural section, reading a mystery or suspense book would be a great way to spend the month of October. And so here's a couple examples for you that I think are really, really good. This first book, The Lonely Dead, is by author April Henry. And in this book, the main character, Adele, can see and talk to dead people. But she really doesn't like that she can do that. She tries to avoid using that gift. But one night, she stumbles across the body of Tori, a girl who used to be Adele's best friend, while she's walking in the woods. And because Adele's the one that finds her, Adele becomes the prime suspect, the main suspect in Tori's murder. So, in order to clear herself and to help solve Tori's murder, Adele decides to use her ghost or her gift and work with Tori's ghost to solve the crime. We have at least 10 different April Henry books in our library, and they are all really great. They're fast paced, they're very suspenseful, they have lots of short chapters and lots of cliffhangers that make you want to keep reading. So, I highly recommend not only The Lonely Dead, but any of April Henry's books. And then the last book I wanted to talk to you about is by Karen McManus. It's called Two Can Keep a Secret. And in this book, twins Ellery and Ezra leave California to live in a small town in Vermont with their grandmother. They barely know their grandmother, but they need to go live with her because their mom has gone into rehab again. And while their mom grew up in this small town called Echo Ridge, where their grandmother and now they live, and their mom was even crowned homecoming queen, their mom's never really taken them there. And the reason for that is when their mom was in high school, her twin sister was kidnapped and went missing, and they've never been and has never been found. Not only that, but 5 years ago, another girl was kidnapped and later found murdered in this town. So even though it's a small town, there's a lot of really weird things that have happened in it. And so Ellery starts to dig into those events a little bit. She's really interested in true crime and she wants to know more. And as she starts to learn more about these events, more girls in town are being threatened, including Ellery herself. And so people are wondering if maybe the killer that was in their town 5 years ago has come back, or if there's somebody new that's plotting something. And so Ellery is working to put all these clues together in time to save those girls and herself. So our mystery, suspense, and supernatural section have all kinds of great books. Here's just a few others that you might think about. We have Goosebumps books. We have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. We have lots of great books to consider. So come on in during October and check out something suspenseful and mysterious to read.